film a thing with Prince Harry.
Singer Ed Sheeran getting spruced for a meeting.
Hey mate, how you doing? Nice to see you.
What's that, look in the mirror?
Do you mind if I bring the camera in?
Of course, yeah, come on in, guys. Come on in. This, for me, is a subject and a conversation that's just not talked about enough. I think people all over the world are really suffering.
Well, I've actually been trying to write a song about this, actually, to get it out to more people.
Well, I was about to say, because like someone with your skill set to be able to write lyrics and of a song to raise awareness, I think would be amazing.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what I'm trying to do. People just don't understand what it's like for people like us.
Yeah, I mean, what?
Well, you know, like with the jokes and the snide comments, and you know, I just feel like it's time that we stood up and said, you know, we're not going to take this anymore. We are Ginger, and we're going to fight.
Okay.
A slight misunderstanding. Ed seems to think it's about people with red hair standing together.
This might maybe a miscommunication, but this is about World Mental Health Day.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, no, I knew that. No, I definitely knew that. Yeah, definitely knew that.
So we're good?
Yeah.
Today, just the latest effort by Prince Harry and Meghan to raise the issue of mental health, speaking out last month on their Africa tour.
Just getting people to talk about it and talk to each other, right? And just because people are willing to talk to each other about it and someone's willing to listen is huge. And that can apply to being here, certainly can apply to being in London, LA, it doesn't matter where you are. We're all sort of trying to power through and find some optimism.
I think most of the stigmas around mental illness, right? We need to separate the two. As my wife said about consciousness, there's mental health, which is every single one of us, and then mental illness, which could be every single one of us. But I think they need to be separated.
All this happening against the backdrop of Prince Harry's battle with the press over privacy invasion, saying they are causing his own wife mental anguish, as they did with Princess Diana, the mother he lost when he was just 12 years old. Prince Harry said he shut down all his emotions for 20 years and eventually sought counseling to deal with his grief, which is why the cause is so important to him.
This World Mental Health Day, reach out, make sure that your friends, strangers, look out for anybody that might be suffering in silence. We're all in this together, all right?
Thanks for watching.
Cheers.